Episode 2, Food and Beverage. I'm PK.
I'm Mike.
And this is a show where every week we try different establishments of food, drinking, whatever. And we come on and film and review it.
Talk to you guys about it and share our thoughts and opinions, and eventually have your thoughts and opinions shared back with us.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything going on? How's everything going before we get into the show?
This week?
Anything new and exciting?
Nothing too new, just working, editing a couple videos. Gonna film a music video this week with a couple friends for Seeking Empire.
Okay.
Doing their next single. If you don't know who they are, they're a local rock band. Yeah, I'll say rock band. Singer was previously a vocalist for this SF band called Mud. It's a Filipino girl. I do not know anyone prior to that, except for the bassist. He was like the bassist for Good Charlotte, and Alan, who's the guitarist, who's my personal friend, but I'm not too sure whether he was in what band he was in before that. It might have been Mud, but I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But for the most part, no, nothing too exciting. Just mainly in the lab working, editing videos.
Looks like you grew a little bit since the last time we saw you.
Yeah, I'm sitting on a phone book.
Pre-show joke. Yeah, kind of the same, man. Just working, doing the regular grind, and trying to get some content out to these guys here.
Seriously, reviewing.
Yeah, a little bit of house cleaning, I guess. We called Cat Heads Barbecue Cat's
Oh yeah, on the last episode.
Yeah, quite a bit. So we just want to apologize to those guys. Like, that was a complete accident and whatever, but it's Cat Heads, not Cat's Head.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's that. And about the
so
clouds
don't flame
and
us
stuff.
on that.
Yeah, don't yell at us about the clouds either. We are outside, we're on a roof.
You can hear the traffic noise.
The traffic driving by. Eventually, when it's a nicer day, we're going to shoot aiming that way.
Yeah, towards facing Twins Peak. Yeah,
we're going to keep that for when it's a nice day and surprise you guys with a cool background. But for now, it's going to be this right here. And today's kind of like
too much overcast.
Super overcast, so it might be kind of creepy.
Especially like around that area. I don't know why I started putting it here.
And it's like a hurricane.
Yeah, seriously. It's pretty
But we're braving the storm for you guys. We'll start off with, I guess, the first beer or whatever. We'll get right into that guy.
Yes.
Today's, I'm gonna put this over here so it doesn't blow away. Today's, we picked this because purely on the label, at least I did.
Yeah, I know. This is like judging the book by its cover, and we like the cover.
Yeah,
a lot.
This is a Stillwater Artisanal Existent. It's an American farmhouse ale. Again, we'll put everything up there for you guys to be able to check it out and stuff.
From our local place that we always go to, City Beer.
City Beer. We'll get some product shots and stuff in there so you guys will be able to kind of like see it. I mean, you can pull it up on their website, but we're gonna try and do a little more justice because it's a cool spot. Eventually, maybe even shoot an episode in there.
Hopefully in the future releases.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's something up for debate still. Trying to decide if we're gonna do on-location shoots or anything like that. I mean, that's kind of
up in the air right now.
What do you guys think? And get a little feedback on that. But
yeah, if you have any local establishments who are willing to let us film there, then yeah, shoot us an email.
Definitely. Again, everything will be
email is down here at the bottom.
You sure it's on that side, not on this side?
I don't know. It'll be anywhere in the bottom.
What about on the top?
It can cover your face. It's cool.
Oh, hey. Zing. As long as it says censored. Insert censored bar here. It's kind of darker than I thought it was going to be, huh?
It's an ale, right?
Yep. Whoa.
It looks almost like not as thick as a stout or normal stout, but it is as dark as one. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I might have to
just a little sit for a while for it.
Get a little top off. And then
you should give the rest to Chichi, because she was like, why can't I drink?
Chichi is Pat's girlfriend.
She's here again directing for us.
She's hooking it up on the camera side of things for us and holding it down.
It looks good though. I really like dark beers. Not much of ale fan. I think I mentioned that before, but
I'm an all beer fan.
I guess I would say more of a lager, huh? Lager, stout person.
Yeah, you definitely like Bud Light. Burn.
I didn't say anything. I like the fucking head on this.
It's hella dark, yeah.
Cheers.
Kampai, you mean?
Kampai. So every episode we're trying to say cheers in a different language. Today's Japanese.
It'll probably get like 3 episodes and then we'll forget, but for now, kanpai.
Yeah, we
in case you don't know, it's in Japanese. Cheers. As Pat just mentioned.
Yeah. And if we don't say a different language, a cheers in different language, please call us out.
or
just forget about it.
Leave it in the comment and let us know of another language to say it in, because we might run out, like I said, pretty quick.
Yeah, I only know like 3 languages. Which sounds like a lot for most people, but...
Yeah, I don't know 3 languages, but I know how to say cheers in 3 languages.
Haagen-Dazs. No, that's ice cream.
Vanilla. What do you think? I can't drink mine yet.
The head's just big. It's good though. Wow, I really like this. Wow.
Definitely. That's awesome.
It tastes kind of like a stout, sort of. Like it has like that chocolate
coffee.
Yeah.
Like roasted malts is kind of where that typically comes from. Yeah.
Wow, I
dig it. All right, so today's episode.
Oh my gosh, this is fucking amazing.
This guy is going to be about not only the beer, but a place that we hit up due to a recommendation
today. Yeah.
Called Deli Board. Also in, I guess, the SOMA area of San Francisco.
Folsom Street between
7th and 8th ish.
7th? No, 6th and 7th.
7th and 8th, because it was after.
City Beer is on 7th and 8th.
Because we walked from there to City Beer, remember? So that would mean you're backwards.
Okay. It's on Folsom.
You can check the website when we put that information right over here. Anyways, there was a place that was recommended by a friend of mine at work. She said they have some pretty awesome sandwiches, which is a tall feat here in San Francisco, because there's a lot of places that have some pretty good sandwiches. But we decided to check it out. We were kind of in the area and looking for somewhere to go, and that was on one of the recommendation sides. So it kind of fit perfectly for today's motto from some of the other stuff we had to do today.
Look, it looks like a kind of like an ice cream float.
No, seriously, yeah, it looks like there's ice cream.
Like the way the foam kind of sits on top of the head. I guess, I don't know. It's the same thing, right?
Foam is head, yeah.
But it's just like the way it's shaped. Yeah.
But it's a sandwich shop, you know. I guess it started as a catering company. Again, we tried to do a little bit of research. There wasn't too much on the site. I believe the guy kind of in charge of everything, his name is Adam.
He was there too when we...
And I'm like 99% sure it was the same guy that was there today, which we'll get to in a second or whatever, but pretty cool guy. I dig him, like really nice.
Very friendly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But we went in, I guess I'll start things off. There wasn't as many sides and stuff to talk about as some of the other restaurants, but that's all right. I mean, that kind of comes along with it. Some episodes will be longer, some will be shorter. But I got the Reuben's cousin, which you actually pointed out to me because he knows I'm a huge fan of Reuben's, and I was actually going to pick out, there's another one on the menu that reminded me kind of a Reuben, and then he showed me that one. I was like, oh yeah, duh, I'll just get this guy.
I mean, what was in the other one? It was just corned beef, right? I mean, there wasn't any...
The other one is called the Goldenberg...
Sauerkraut?
Goldenbergenstein.
Was there sauerkraut in there?
Corned beef, pastrami, kosher salami, Munster cheese, house slaw, and house 1000 Island dressing with the French bread. The one I ended up getting is obviously a little more traditional. It's the corned beef, the sauerkraut, Swiss, their board sauce, and their French bread. It was $11. Doesn't come with any sides. It's just the sandwich. You can order drinks and chips.
So it's the cousin of Reuben.
Yeah.
What differs it from an actual Reuben? Like, what is missing from it to be called a Reuben sandwich?
I don't know. It sounds like they have everything to me. Like the only thing is maybe like the board sauce might be a little bit of a different sauce, but it still kind of tasted like...
Yeah, but the main ingredients are corned beef and then sauerkraut.
Yeah, and Swiss. Or, what is it? Swiss, yeah, Swiss. So, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I ended up getting that. We did like kind of what we did before, so we could try a couple. He got a different sandwich than me, and then we split, so we could both try each other's sandwiches and get...
But I mean, that usually happens because we don't usually want to order the same. Not saying that I wouldn't order the Reuben cousin, but like I prefer a roast beef over corned beef, you know?
Oh, right.
So like we have totally different like likes and dislikes.
Right. No, I was just saying how we split it so then we could both
get
each other's opinions or whatever.
I don't think there's ever a time when we went to a restaurant that we ordered the same thing.
Rarely, yeah, because we like to try stuff. That's kind of where all this came about.
It's not even like if we were gonna share, it's just because like we don't like the same thing.
That too. Yeah, we do and we don't. It's weird. We like the same things.
I'm not much of a corned beef fan though.
I love it. Only like, I mean, I don't know, in Reuben's, I'm not gonna like eat. Some people like just eat it. But anyways,
okay.
It was good. It was a really good sandwich. It came with a pickle. It did come with a pickle. But I ordered just salt and vinegar chips. They weren't like house-made or anything. It was just
Go in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah. It was like 2 pickle ends in a Ziploc bag. You'll see it in the picture we have, but it's like they took a whole pickle and like cut the 3/4 of the center out and just threw the ends in the bag, which is fine. It was awesome. I love pickles, so especially with sandwiches. And it was good, man. Great proportion. The bread was awesome.
What were your first impressions walking in?
Oh yeah, I guess we could rewind a little bit. Kind of unassuming. I mean, just a little kind of like tiny cafe kind of thing. Maybe
only like 8-10 tables.
Yeah, I was gonna say
like
about
8
10
inside.
tables maybe.
And then like
a couple outside.
Yeah.
Little counter you order from.
There's no paper menu. Well, I mean there is.
Up on the wall, but yeah, not anything to look at. I loved that they were playing records. They were playing live music, I guess. Not really live, but they had LPs.
A vinyl.
Vinyl collection, and a couple of like milk crates next to the record player.
That was pretty sick. I
could switch
walking in, I thought like they were actually like half record shop selling like these vinyls.
Right.
Because there's like probably not 1,000, but like there's an enormous amount of.
There's quite a few milk crates, and you guys that collect.
And they're full. I mean, they're like all stacked on each other.
So that was cool. I like the menu. I like the layout. The first thing was like tons of choices that we both were like, oh my gosh, they have a lot of.
A little too much. I don't know. It was a lot of.
Kind of overwhelming at first, and also on top of all that, they have like salads and stuff you can choose from, and you can make your own sandwiches, which is cool. I mean, you got a great variety, but it's kind of like shell shock at first.
Like,
that's all right.
I mean, from what I've seen, they have like this big menu. Like this side, like the left side is their signature subs. The middle side is like make your own whatever, and then the other side is a salad. But then like, I mean, where we order from, where it's just mainly like their signature subs. Yeah. Like they have 2 columns. One side, like it was a lot of variations of corned beef, you know, and then the other side, like it was like roast beef with like, I mean, the only thing that differs is probably like the cheeses and the sauces or whatever, and like maybe they have pepperoncinis or not, but. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, their most used ingredients are corned beef and roast beef. Like, it doesn't look like they didn't have chicken. They didn't have.
I don't know if I want to go that far. I mean, they had falafel and hummus and tuna. They had a chicken salad.
Have falafel,
they had turkey. They had roast beef. They had tuna. They had all kinds of stuff. It's just what we were looking at. They had a couple of turkey ones. They had brisket. They had corned beef, pastrami.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, they had all kinds of stuff. So
maybe I was just looking for beef.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. They definitely had a great variety. But I liked it. I mean, and it was a great amount of food on mine. Like, it was a lot of meat for what it was. It was a good sized sandwich. It was $11, like I said. I mean, that's a decent price point. I like the
no size though. No size, no drinks.
Right. I like
just the sandwich itself.
Sandwich, right. What do you think of the Reuben?
The Reuben. I'm not much of a Reuben fan.
Don't like the sauerkraut.
The sauerkraut wasn't that bad for me, but I think, I mean, for me, I like meat. I like tasting meat, you know. It doesn't sound dumb at all, did it? But
soundboard, start it now. That's your first clip right there, guys.
But I think it was too powering for me. Like, it was just too much. Like, there was nothing else but the bread and the meat, which normally it would be fine, but like, I don't like corned beef in general, so it's just like, I wish there were more greens in it, other than the sauerkraut, because I don't even like sauerkraut either, which I like cabbage, which is, I don't know, maybe it's just like the way it's prepared.
Right.
It was good. It was great when I first started it. It's smoking hot. Like, you can see the steam coming out from like the meat when you eat it. Like, it just like came out of the oven.
Right.
I mean, a little too hot to touch too, you know? And the way they basically have it wrapped in like the deli wrap, whatever. There's no dishes, there's no tray. They just kind of wrapped it right here on the table, open it up, and you just kind of eat off the paper, and that's your setting. getting into it, I mean, I I can taste the house sauce or whatever it's called.
I think it was
the
like
board
the
sauce.
Board sauce, yeah.
Like I can really taste.
Which was on both sandwiches.
Yeah, but I couldn't really taste it in the other one because they had horseradish.
We'll get there.
On the other one, but this one particularly, it stood out a lot. It just, I think it blended well though with each other.
Definitely.
But I think it was just too much of the meat. Like it blended in well, but for me it wasn't as balanced. If that makes any sense. Like but for Ruben, the significance of it is the corned beef.
Right.
And I enjoyed it. First bite, it was piping hot. Kind of enjoyed it more, but then like towards the end, I think I got too tired of the taste. It was just, I don't know. It's so hard to say. It's just, I guess I got tired of the taste after every bite. It was just way too much. Everything was just too strong. Mainly the corned beef. Maybe that's why I don't like corned beef at all, because like it has a distinctive taste to it.
Definitely. Same with the sauerkraut. I mean, both of those are very like love it or hate it items.
Yeah.
Like you either really like it or you really don't. So I mean, I understand.
The first bite definitely. Like when I got into it, like I was enjoying this, but once I got to the end of the bread, I was just kind of like, I'm kind of over it. Like I couldn't even. I don't know what my girlfriend's doing. What happened?
Peeling. We went to Chrissy Field a few days ago, and all of us kind of got
they both got sunburned.
So.
Look at this. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. Show it. Well, maybe not, but like.
We got it a little bit. It's good. So she's just over there.
Like normally he's pretty pale, and
probably still am.
And like, you can see his normal skin color right here, but then like this side is just like, look hella dark.
Drink your beer. All right, while he's finishing that, Nurse Betty over here, I'm gonna get into our second one. Kind of sticking with the theme, doing something kind of local, I guess.
Yeah.
We found one that was made in Oakland. It's by Oakland Brewing Company, and it's Indian Pale Ale and IPA, which you know I'm a fan of, him not so much.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotta kind of try and balance it out every now and then. This one's called Sticky Zipper. Interesting label. I don't understand where all that kind of fits in. I
really like it. I mean, that's definitely like the kind of Oakland style, yeah, definitely. When it comes to art.
Definitely.
Yeah, and they live up to the reputation. I really like the logo.
I was just down to try an Oakland IPA. I got the Oakland Brewing Company on there. Kind of cool.
This is the first time that you had from this company, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay. We might have to look for other ones from that company. The other one was really good, though. I really enjoyed the other one.
Good buddies at City View. Oh, yeah, definitely. That was a pleasant surprise.
But that corned beef.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I mean, just so you guys know, I'm a huge Reuben fan to begin with, and I really like the sandwich. So if you guys like Reuben's, I recommend it. But once we try this beer, we'll get into the thoughts on your sandwich here real quick, which I don't remember the name.
I just like how it's called Deli Board, and how they play off like the clipboard essence of the name, whatever. They have clipboards kind of laid out, not everywhere, but like they have a couple clipboards nailed to the wall or hooked on the wall with like their menus and stuff like that, opposed to like they have like the huge
yeah, just so you guys can see, this is like one of their menus, and you can see like the little holes on it. He actually, Adam ripped it off because I was asking him, they don't really have menus. They have like kind of a to-go menu kind of thing you can take with you because they deliver. But I asked him if he had like a menu so we could reference it on the show, and he ripped it right off the little hanging like clipboard kind of thing. But I mean, pretty simple, awesome, basic menu, changes all the time. He says he's constantly updating it and putting new and exciting things on there.
Yeah, because like when I think the menu that we ordered from, it was an old menu because it had April printed on the sheet.
Right.
So I'm assuming like they're gonna soon change it to their May
definitely
May menu.
Later, guys. You could see how dark that other one was. I didn't know if you'd be able to see it with the.
It has like it's very orangey yellow.
Yeah.
Fuck. It was just mainly foam.
It's good. It's not as super crazy bitters I thought it would be. The West Coast guys tend to kind of crank it up to 11 when it comes to throwing hops in beer, which I don't mind too much, but sometimes it gets a little, it's refreshing to have a normal beer back in the, you know, 7 to 8 range instead of just...
Do you guys know this trick? Mike taught me this.
Yeah.
You rub your nose and then put in the foam and
it gets rid of the foam. There's something
disintegrates
about the grease that's on your nose, everyone's nose, not just his.
Are you saying I have a greasy nose?
You put it on your finger and you rub it in the head, it'll dissipate the head a lot faster. I mean, it depends on how sanitary you want the beer to be, but...
It's a little hoppy.
It's good, yeah, but it's not as like crazy as I thought it was gonna be.
But I don't know, it might be a little too much for me.
Well, yeah, it's got that resiny, like grapefruit, bold, bitter citrus notes going on, but good. Not quite as aromatic as I thought it would be, but on the palate, it's got a few things going on.
I definitely like the finish better than like the initial taste of it.
Clean. That's one reason why I like IPAs a lot. They kind of like clean your palate. All right, so getting into your sandwich, you had the grog. Yeah, you're right. Gorgon.
Grog,
the
spelled
grog.
Like frog with a G in the front.
Roast beef, provolone, peppercini blend, seasoned onions, lettuce, horsey sauce, board sauce, and on the same French roll bun, whatever.
Yeah, the same. Oh, the same bread. We didn't mention it. It was. They both were on French rolls. I mean, majority were on French, right?
Yeah.
Except for a few that were on Dutch.
And his was $10. No sides or anything.
Yeah, just
no
purely.
drink,
They don't even have a combo. There was no combo.
I didn't look.
It was purely just sandwiches and salads. I mean, the only sides they technically have is chips, right? I guess, would you consider the way they portrayed the salads, would you consider that it being a meal?
No, I think that's a meal, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a side.
I didn't see nobody ordered a salad when we were there, so I don't know how like big they were, but the way they're portrayed on the menu, I would say it's definitely a meal.
Yeah.
And the portions of the sandwiches, if they do it anything similar with the salads,
it's definitely a meal.
Because those sandwiches had a lot of meat.
I barely finished the sandwich.
What do you think of your sandwich? Like, you start with your thoughts, and then I'll talk about what I thought of your sandwich, and then we'll...
I'm a roast beef fan. I love roast beef. It definitely was my favorite of the two, of course. Me being a fan of the roast beef. Just as yours, like, it came out piping hot.
Definitely.
It was steaming,
super fresh,
yeah.
obviously. I mean, like, obviously it's almost like they literally just made everything. Everything tasted so fresh. I mean, the bread was super fresh.
The beef was really good.
Awesome.
The beef, the way, because like sometimes you'll taste roast beef that's a little too overcooked.
Definitely.
This was like, it was kind of undercooked, but it's still being wrapped like in the wrap or whatever. It kind of heated up a little, and then like once I got into that first initial bite, like it was the perfect temperature for the roast beef. As soon as like they have the whole sandwich, they slice it in half, and then like once that was awesome. As soon as I ripped it apart,
we'll throw up a picture for you. That was like such a freaking
the cheese
food
just
moment.
spread like it just arced between the two, and it doesn't happen too often.
It was beautiful. It was a sight to behold. I was like,
it's just like watching like the
like food porn. I mean, it was awesome. It was
like
really...
the opening of a new bridge. It's just like, oh my gosh, we can finally drive on that
bridge.
I don't know.
What?
Open.
Like cutting the ribbon of like a storefront or something.
Yeah,
like,
it's just a beautiful moment. It's just like, oh my gosh, I'm finally gonna get into this.
It was like a baby being born. It was better than a baby being born.
I don't smile when I see a baby born.
Me neither. I'm like, whoa. When I saw this, I was like, yes.
It's a beautiful moment.
It was awesome.
I enjoyed it. I do love babies though.
I love other people's babies.
But yeah, it was really, really good, I would say.
Not like that. I was like staring in the camera. Wait till you see it in post.
the pepperoncinis, they were in there. It was fucking delicious. Provolone was definitely as equally orgasmic, whatever. They had horseradish. I'm not a fan of horseradish. I'm not a fan of wasabi. Like I don't know. I love spicy food, but it's just I don't like that kind of kick, you know.
It clears out your sinuses. It's different.
For the time eating it, it wasn't as overpowering compared to like the rest of the meal. I think for mine it was equally balanced. Like they had lettuce in it, they had everything. I mean, of course I love roast beef, but it wasn't distinctly just the taste of roast beef. You had everything else mixed into it, and you can taste everything very well. It's very balanced. Horseradish is a hint of it, not so much, which I prefer, like because they had the other sauce as well, the board sauce blended into it. So I guess they were kind of like fighting each other, whatever, for it to be tasted. Like, I don't even know what that meant.
What? That's what he said.
But my sandwich, definitely loved it. It was probably one of the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever tasted. I would say that, yeah.
Jumping into it, like I ate mine first and then his, and he ate his first and then mine, like, because we switched. So it had cooled down a little bit by the time I got it, but it was still piping hot. Like, so you know, like when he was eating it, it was like steaming. It was awesome. It was really, really good, and a great like mix of flavors. I feel like it's weird that you think mine was like too strong, and I think yours was too strong.
Really?
Like there were some flavors that were a little too predominant and not enough of like the meat was showing through for me. Like
really?
I think the peppers and the sauce.
Yeah.
And it was good. Don't get me wrong. But like for me, I wish it was turned down a little bit. Like where he wishes the Reuben was turned down a little bit.
Yeah.
It was still awesome though. Super like moist. Like the meat was well done or whatever, like fully cooked, but it was like literally just fully cooked, so it was still like super moist and juicy. Because you
like, probably let it
and like
sat there for a little bit longer.
It was awesome. Yeah, but it was still like perfect. Like, it was so good, phenomenal. And the peppers in there were awesome. It had a great spicy kick, which I love spicy food, just like Pat does. So for me, that was great. I didn't have to add. I mean, I guess technically we try not to add anything to the meals just so we can taste.
Yeah, we want to try in like the way they prepare it. You know, we don't want to disrespect any of the cooks or the owners and stuff like that.
But it was awesome. Not adding anything to it. It had a great spiciness. I love the bread. On both sandwiches, same thing, but they were both really good.
They were definitely freshly cooked, right? The bread.
Yeah. I think so. I think they made them there.
Yeah.
I think, or they get it fresh daily from a San Francisco bakery somewhere.
Definitely. It was not like
sitting around or like mass produced or something. And if it was, then whoever made that shit was.
They know how to store that shit.
On the money. But it had a good smokiness. It wasn't like smoked meat, but like maybe it was the peppers or something, but it had a really good, and not smoky like barbecue, but like something was kind of like, maybe it was just because it was fresh. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
It was
actually made in a kitchen.
It was probably one of the freshest sandwiches I ever had. Like both of them. They were definitely fresh.
So yeah, that's that. What do you think about like overall? What about like closing thoughts and conclusions, man? What do you
well, the ratings or the synopsis.
We'll do that in a second. Yeah, just like, I mean, I'll start then real quick.
Yeah.
I think the price was on the money. I would have liked to have seen a combo thing.
Yes.
One of the other places we went to in the lost episode was a burger spot, and they had a really cool like
umami
combo system. Yeah, umami burger. Maybe eventually we'll release that for you on a DVD or something in the future. Anyways, but they had a really I liked yeah, probably not. I liked how they threw in the combo option.
Yeah.
It would have been cool to see something like that here.
They didn't serve alcohol, which was kind of my gripe. I don't know, for me.
But they close at 4. So it's a lunch place. These guys are 4 or 5. Like, they close early. It's not a dinner spot.
I drink at breakfast.
I know, right? We did last time. But I think the price was on the money. Maybe $1 less. Like, yours was 10, mine was 11. But like the $9 to $10 mark isn't bad for something to pay with a side. The sides weren't expensive. It was like $1.50 for a bag of chips. No big deal.
Yeah.
And free water if you get the tap water. I mean, you can buy a soda or whatever. I'm not a soda drinker, and I'm not going to pay for bottled water.
I mean, they only had like Cokes, Diet Cokes.
Mexican Coke, so you don't get the high fructose corn syrup. but I think it was spot on. It was a cool little spot. One thing we forgot to mention was that the owner guy came by the table and asked us how
greeted us. Yeah, he was just saying.
Once we finished, he swung by and was like, "Hey guys, like, how was everything?" The Adam gentleman we were speaking of earlier, and that was really cool. And to later find out, I didn't know at the time, but to later find out, like, he was the dude.
Owner. Yeah,
that's kind of cool. And talked to him for a little bit before we left. I really liked it. So I mean, I give it.
The girls were good too, because like once we left, not a lot of that kind of style establishment. There wasn't any hostess or anything. You just kind of go into the counter, order your food in, and once they call their name, they bring your food over. And that's that kind of type of restaurant. But the girls, like, you know, once you walk in, they greet you. They say, hey, you know, how's it going? Welcome to Deli Board. And once you leave, finish eating, you leave, and they're like, you know, they're the first ones to say goodbye, you know, come back again. Which you don't really get that from that kind of restaurant. Yeah.
Typically, yeah. No, but I dug it. I really liked it. And I hate to sound repetitive, but I think I'm going to go with something similar as last week, man. Maybe like it was a solid offering, especially in the sandwich category. I'd 3.8, 3.9-ish, like pushing that 4 mark.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, we vote kind of harsh on this show. If you haven't seen the last one, like 5 is almost unobtainable. So
Never
anything in like anything in like the 4 range is pretty outstanding. So I would say like a 3.9. I would definitely go back and definitely recommend it. Like, I don't know, I liked it, and they deliver, so that might be something.
Yeah. I don't know, mine might be a little lower.
That's fine. That's what it's about, dude.
Yeah. I would probably say 3.2, 3.3, I would say. It's just because, like, I really enjoyed mine, but once I got into yours, it was good from the start, but like towards the end, I just kind of got sick and tired of the taste. Like,
remember, he doesn't like corned beef.
I don't know.
Or sauerkraut.
And,
the 2 main ingredients in a Reuben.
And yeah, first going into it, like the establishment itself, like it was very, I mean, wholeheartedly, they were nice.
Yeah.
They greeted us, they said goodbye to us, you know, they did everything that a restaurant should be doing. But if I went back, I wouldn't order the Reuben at all.
Yeah,
Reuben's cousin
cool.
at all. It's purely just roast beef, yeah.
I definitely liked my sandwich better than his, and he definitely liked his better than mine.
Yeah, so like that would definitely be the downfall.
At least we both ordered, right?
Yeah.
No, but
I'm never sharing with you again.
I definitely dug it. It was good. Any closing comments or anything? I think that's probably about it for today.
Yeah, that's...
we appreciate you guys checking us out, as always, man. We're going to throw some stuff up as far as like emails and stuff.
If you have any recommendations,
keep in contact with
us. The emails are right here. Anything, you know, for lunch.
In the Bay Area, San Francisco.
Yeah, any district. We're so open to go to anywhere. Extreme lengths to give you our opinion on what we liked and not.
Right, and remember, I mean, any restaurants you want us to check out, or on the flip side, like any places that maybe you would like us to shoot or something, or you know people or whatever, like, hey, come.
If you might happen to own a restaurant itself and you want us to come over, like if we've never reviewed it, you know, invite us over and we'll show us, we'll film there, whatever. I don't know.
Right. Anyways, I mean, like, hey, dude, I guess keep trying new stuff and exploring your local neighborhoods, and when you get a chance, come over to the San Francisco area and check it out with us.
Yeah,
We'd
definitely.
be happy to have you and share the moments. And remember, man, life's short, and enjoy it all you can. Spend time with the ones you love and do the things you love to do. Until next time, I guess we'll see you next week. I'm Mike, and this is
PK.
And
it's Food and Beverage.
Yeah, Food and Beverage SF.
Kampai.
Bye.